Hey guys, Chaz here from Pugliese Speed Shop with your Tuesday morning tech tip. All right, guys, so we're gonna cut right to the chase this week. If you guys watched last week's video, which I hope you did, we brought this guy into the shop that we've been talking about forever, right? And we gave it like a once over, like a real quick once over of things we gotta fix so we can sell it. We've been talking about selling it for a while. So here's what's up though. We missed a lot of stuff. We missed a lot of day one stuff, right? Um, and I did that because I've had the car for about 6 months. I got it from a buddy. He kind of did a once over on it, so I really wasn't too concerned. Then I realized I probably should do it, right? So let me tell you things, but I didn't even check the oil. I never checked the oil. I never even thought about it. I don't know why. I guess because it was running and driving, and my buddy said it was good. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. I checked no fluids at all, right? Never got under the car. Never pulled a wheel to check like the brakes or jack it up, check the ball joints, anything like that. Never did anything. Never checked to see if the lights are working. Yeah, that's probably be a good thing. Now in the video, when I drive it in, you see it's got headlights and marker lights. I have no idea if the brake lights work. I Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't know if the turn signals work because the turn signal lever's broke. It's like snapped off at the wheel. So you got to assume they don't work. Clearly they don't work now, but you get it. The wipers, you know. All this kind of stuff that you really need to check when you go look at something. Now, I get it, like I say, a used car, and I said that in the video. This isn't your average used car. I'm not talking about going to your local dealer and getting like a 2-year-old car off the used car side. That, yeah, you're gonna be certified pre-owned, you're gonna, Carfax, the whole shooting match. This guy, this is an older car, and yes, it pains me to say that an 84 is an older car because I can't wrap my head around it. But she's creeping up on 40 years old. That that math adds up. Yeah. Okay, going forward. Um, you look at the body, no rust at all. A couple little surface rust spots where there's scratching a paint or whatever, but no rot at all. But I never got under the car. That's something to consider. These are all things that I bought the hard body is a classic one that I looked at it. I looked at it for a couple minutes, and I actually more than a couple minutes. And the dude was super honest. He's like, "Hey man, there's 2 spots on the frame here that are rusted." He showed me. There were more than 2, but maybe he didn't know, and I don't think he did because, like I said, that car he only had it for the truck he only had it for 2 weeks or something like that. So whatever, it worked out in the end, but there was a lot of things with that truck that I never, I went there, it had a dead battery, never even tried to put a battery in it and see if anything worked. Never even thought about it. Well, I did think about it, but I didn't do it. I went there knowing the battery was dead, knowing the fuel pump didn't work, knowing the clutch didn't work. So I was like, whatever. But man, if I would have brought the battery, a charged battery, I would have known about a lot of other things. So just because you're buying a project vehicle you don't want to assume nothing works. I take that back. You're better off assuming nothing works than assuming anything works that you haven't checked. You get that makes sense, right? So similar thing I did with when I bought the Le Mans. That car, I was so wrapped up in that car because I was looking forever and I wanted that car and I loved that car and I still do love that car. So nothing's changed. I love it more every day, I swear. So especially since Well, thanks to G3 Garage, which you're awesome, buddy. Um, I'm getting a lot of parts together for it. I'm trying to put a plan together to get that car just the way I want it. And hey, another shout out, go check out G3 Garage because I wouldn't be anywhere near where I'm at to get that car together if it wasn't for him hooking me up. So appreciate it, Bill, for real. But when I first bought it, I remember looking at it and I was like, oh, the floors are solid? And dude's like, yeah, I think so. And he wasn't, Barry's on, he's a subscriber. I said, okay, cool. And I look at it and I was like, bro, there's clearly a magnetic sign for a floorboard. He's like, oh, well, I guess I forgot about that. And whatever. I don't think he was trying to, be a shyster or nothing like that. But there are people out there that do that stuff, But horror stories from back in the day, like the '80s and whatnot, like putting sawdust in like a transmission so it'll grip a little bit just to get it, out the door. Or the list goes on of things that people do, and I don't think it's as bad as it used to be, because now, the newer cars and computers and the internet and everything else. But don't think those guys aren't still out there. They're there, So if you're going to look at a used car, an older car, like, something like this, like the Le Mans, even like the hardbody, I think it was 92? They're getting older too, guys. Everything gets older, But it's just, that's what happens, man. With age, these cars are like, I looked at, and I kept saying it when I was putting that 92 together. I'm like, man, why is this, this is weird. I couldn't find parts and this and that. And I'm like, oh, I guess it's getting to be an older car. It was 92s 30 years ago. Son of a bitch. 30 years ago. Every time I say it, right? But it is, man. And it's just, facts are facts. So, make sure you're doing your due diligence to protect yourself. I'm not saying that people are out there trying to get you, but they are out there. So do your research, go prepared, don't go in the dark, don't go on a rainy day because you're not going to get under the car, you can't see through all that. Just if that's actually what you want to go do, be ready to get a lot of surprises along the way. Thanks for watching, guys.